Yeah.
I want to switch gears and talk about some of the stuff you've done outside of wrestling. I know you've been involved with a lot of charity organizations or have done charity work outside of the business. What kinds of things have you done over the years to help out in your community?
So one of my favorite charities to support is a charity down in Australia called Lifeline. That is a suicide crisis prevention hotline in Australia, and I've been trying to support them for as long as I can remember because my mother actually. When I was younger, was a counselor, and she volunteered there and did like the counseling stuff. And she wouldn't tell me stories, but she would tell me how like impactful that role was for her. And mental health has always been something that I've been very passionate about because I've struggled with it throughout my life, throughout my career, throughout everything. I was very blessed. The other year I wrestled Sean Ross Sapp, and we raised over, I think it was over 2.5K for the National Alliance of Mental. Oh God, NAMI, NAMI. I was like, oh my God, what does the last word stand for? I'm very blessed to have done a lot of things that have helped in that aspect because I think mental health becomes such a stigma. People get so they don't want to talk up. I think that's uh, especially within wrestling when there's so many men and there's so much I don't know, I don't want to say toxic masculinity, but like a little bit of toxic masculinity and this inability to be vulnerable and acknowledge like the struggles that they're going through. Having places that are like crisis hotlines and places that people can reach out to so that they can and get the help that they need and because maybe they're not ready to talk to their mate, but they might be ready to talk to someone on the phone. And these hotlines are so important, and they're all volunteers, and it's just helps people have a place to reach out and discuss their feelings because in wrestling I've known too many people and I've seen too many people lose their battle, especially because what we do does affect our brains. And like we, as safe as we attempt to be, we are getting hit in the head. We are, um, you know, not doing good stuff for our brains. So having places that people can reach out to, I think, is incredibly important.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know what somebody's going through, and being there for someone, if they're struggling, if they're going through a hard time in their life, it really means the world. We've lost so many people over the years that I feel like to suicide, that should never have even we shouldn't even have thought of even losing them in the first place. It's tragic.
It's so tragic, and a lot of the times we have no idea because like so many people hide and like keep it all on the inside. That's why I've always been very vocal publicly about my mental health struggles and the things that I've gone through, so that if there is anyone that could read my story or hear my words and go, oh wow, like actually, like other people are going through this, like I'm not completely alone. I think um, that's so valuable. And I've been very lucky to have a lot of people reach out to me and let me know that I have helped them in that way. And that that makes me feel amazing. And I want to be able to help in that sense. I want everyone to feel like they have someone that they can talk to because I know what it is like to feel like you don't.
Right. And it can be hard, to get those feelings out over time, because you just never know who may be out there, who may be, who you're talking to and how they'd respond to it. Um, we don't need to necessarily get into all the details, but as someone that's, for someone that's gone through, that has been through a lot of mental health struggles. Everybody's got their like go-to, to take their mind off of things. Some people it's music, some people it's hiking, some people it could be going to the gym. What are some things that you do to take the load off, get the stress off?
I think one of the things that I do very much I work out not not daily but most day like I make sure I'm active as much as I can, and I also one of the things that I've really like as I've gotten older realized the benefits of is just literally just getting some sunlight. Um it sounds so cliche, but just being able to sit out in the sun and like recharge and get the vitamin D and just like I've found that that has like been something, so I think that's changed my outlook on life so much. I used to work in an office that didn't have a window, and I would get up every morning. I'd go to the gym. It would still be dark outside when I went to the gym. I'd go to work. Straight from there, I would sit in my office with no sunlight, and then I'd get home and I'd be depressed. And I'd be like, wonder why I'm depressed. And like I was like, because I'd be like, well, I'm going to the gym and I'm eating my vitamins and I'm stretching and I'm breathing and I'm doing all these things I'm supposed to do. But I don't think I realized until much later how much damage having a lack of sunlight uh, was doing to my mental health. And like it's not a miracle, girl. I mean, I take antidepressants. I go to therapy. I do a lot of the actual medically diagnosed things, but like getting some sunlight, very helpful, very delightful, and I'm so glad that I've incorporated that into my daily life now that I'm older.
Yeah, it's always those things that you find that work for you and that you're passionate about so that you can feel good. And then if somebody else is going through something, you can help them through whatever problems that they're going through. What is it about giving back to the community that gives you the most joy?
I mean, I don't I can't imagine anyone not enjoying helping people. I guess like acts of service is like a is it a love language? I don't know. Like, but it's like it's like just a language that I speak, right? Like, there is just so much joy knowing that you've helped someone in any way, shape, or form, and it's not necessarily that you do these things knowing that you've helped someone or wanting this gratification that you've helped someone. It's but like you when you are able to see that you've helped someone, like that feels amazing. Uh, but it is more about them benefiting from whatever you're doing or however you're able to assist and give and help and support and being able even whether it's simply just being able to tell people your story or there are so many ways you can help people especially when it comes to mental health these days. There's so many organizations, there's so many places for people to reach out. um, it doesn't necessarily have to be like monetary donations and all these things. There are ways you can help, and just even if it's just being a listening ear for people to talk to, whether it's your friend, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your son, your daughter. Just making sure that people know that they have people they can go to, and I think that being able to be someone that people feel trusted and safe with is an amazing feeling, and I hope everyone feels it.
Yeah, I mean, we're all trying to help each other out as much as possible, and if we can help people that are going through something that they've been struggling with, I think it really can make a difference. I really do believe that.